Hi and welcome to Movie Monday. Today we're making a recipe from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and that's gonna be the Grumpy's pie. But again, it's different, the filling is gonna be different, and it's also gonna be sugar and gluten-free. So let's get started. The original recipe, as they say in the movie, is a gooseberry pie, but I couldn't find gooseberries and I don't think it's really easy to find everywhere. So I'm gonna make my own filling, because I think that the most interesting part in this recipe is actually Grumpy's name written on top of the cake. So we're gonna be doing that, and I think that making it a little bit healthier is also gonna be a new and different option for any kind of pie that you wanna make. We're gonna start with the filling, because I wanna make something similar to a jam, and we're gonna be improvising a little bit here. I have some fruits, I have some strawberries, some blackberries, and then some grapes. I'm using grapes because I think they're super sweet, and that's gonna be a good option to sweeten the whole thing. And then we're also gonna be using some dates paste. Again, for the same, I think that these two things can make the whole pie filling be sweet without needing to add any sugar. And we're gonna check on the sweetness later. I'm also gonna add a little bit of lemon juice and a cinnamon stick. This is smelling really good. When you cut the orange peel, make sure you don't get to the white part, because that can make it bitter. And I'm adding these things to get a little bit more flavor into the filling. I'm also gonna add 1/4 cup of water, because I think that's gonna help it start boiling at the beginning. Now, meanwhile that heats up, because we need all our fruit to melt, we're gonna prepare the dough. To make it gluten-free, you can use any kind of flour that you like, but I would recommend to use different ones and mix them. So I'm gonna be using an all-purpose gluten-free flour, almond flour, and then some coconut flour. You can use 3 of them, you can use just one, mix the two that you like the most, wherever you prefer. As always, remember that all the ingredients for this recipe are gonna be in the description of the video. Now I'm gonna put the same amount of each one of them. I'm gonna mix the flours a little bit. I forgot to say that this recipe is also vegan, but you're gonna have it probably at the beginning. So now I'm gonna add some vegan butter. I'm using an olive spread, and we're also gonna use some dates paste, because that's gonna help it stick together. I'm gonna add a little bit of water in here slowly. I'm gonna try with my hands. It wasn't working, and I was going crazy on what I missed, like I didn't understand, because I tested this recipe before bringing it here and it worked, so I didn't understand. And just now I read that on the bottom of my recipe here, because I have my notes, it says a flaxseed egg, and obviously I forgot to add a flaxseed egg. Here I am after wasting an hour doing it good. So I have some warm water, and I'm gonna mix in some flaxseed. That's what happens to me, because I'm a disaster. You can let this rest for a little bit so it settles and gets thicker. Again, ingredients are gonna be in the description, but that's about the substitute for 1 normal egg. That's basically what's gonna keep it from breaking. I think it's already working, so I'm just gonna roll it. That's something else. Now we're talking. Let's see if this works. I tasted this recipe like twice, because I wanted to make sure it worked. So I tried different things, and I came up with the one that worked and that I liked, and then I go and I forget. I'm gonna try to do like they do in the movie. And it just cuts, and the bird is taking it. Yeah, I don't have a bird, so it's just going to the table. I know I'm stupid, it's fine. We're gonna start cooking the bottom. We're gonna put it for I think 10 minutes is gonna be enough. While we bake the bottom part, I'm gonna save this in the fridge. I want to speed up the process a little bit, so I'm gonna take away for a second the cinnamon and the orange peels. I'm gonna blend it, because the thing is that I don't want it to have seeds or like pieces of peel or anything like that, so I want to rinse it as much as possible. And that's absolutely optional. We have strained everything, and it is actually really sweet, so I'm really happy with how it's turning out. So I'm gonna remove a little bit to mix it with some cornstarch. So here's our pie. Still not completely cooked, but as we're gonna put it back in the oven, we're fine. So we're gonna add our filling. Still not completely cold, and I'm pretty sure that once it cools down later, it's gonna get more firm too. And now let's roll the dough to go on top. Okay, this was harder than I expected, but we got it. And I mean, you need to keep in mind that you're not working with a normal short crust pastry. So this one is obviously gluten-free, vegan, so it's a little bit more easy for it to break, but it's not impossible. And now we're gonna bring this back to the oven for about 10 minutes more. So here's the final result. Here's our pie. I'm gonna cut it open and show you. I literally just lifted the knife because I was taking the piece out and I tried the jam, well, like the filling, I don't know how to call it. And it's so sweet. How it looks, I just had to try it now, the whole thing. Oh my god, this is better than I expected. Try this. Doesn't have sugar at all.
Wow, it's sweet.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I was a little bit worried because it has no sugar and I was scared it wouldn't be sweet enough for being a pie, but the filling is extremely sweet, it's delicious, and the crust is also super good. I really like it. For the ingredients and how it's made and how healthy it actually is, it's really good. Approved. Really
Grumpy approves.
Yeah, Grumpy approves. Oh, I forgot to say that. Because my family used to call me Grumpy. I was either grumpy.
I wonder why.
I was either grumpy. For a period they were calling me Grumpy. And how is either grumpy? It's just called Grumpy too, the Smurf. One of the Smurfs is also a Grumpy.
Oh, sure, probably.
So yeah, they would call me Grumpy for these two here. I even have a photo, but I'm not gonna post it here.
Yeah, you are.
No, it was like 2007 or 2005, something like that, and we were in a museum. There was like the Grumpy Smurf, and I have a photo next to him being grumpy. Okay, that's it.